Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna
popádu
and the herb
zpátky.
Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin? And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as
Jo,
witchcraft.
může to kvůli tobě
And
upálit.
you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though.
No, to je prostě ono, no.
What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Jo, udělám to.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women.
Jo. Co dál? Jo. Holky jedny blbý. Počkej, abych tady měl mít ale fast travel, ne? Jo. Tam doběhneme, snad teda se nepřipadnou nějaký kumáni. Šup do Úžic. Jak už běžím právě. Holky jedny blbý. Počkej, mělo by být tady nějak nahromadě, ne? To je za řekou. To vydecháš, ale čím víc běhu, tím lepší. Hlavně jsem přežranej. Neseš mařka tady. A ty zase potrakila, že jo?
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
What? Who told you that? Was someone asking around?
To nevypadá jako nejmladší z nich.
Gertrude sent me.
And what did she say? Does she want to add something to the ointment?
No. She's worried about what you'll do with it. It's quite dangerous stuff. What I've heard already amounts to a burning offense.
Burning? Burning at the stake, you mean?
Jo.
Yes, burning you alive. If you're planning anything that looks like witchcraft.
To hell with it. Let them burn us if they will. God has forsaken us. Everyone's dying. We've lost everything. Lucifer is our last hope. Do you want to turn us in?
But I'm not here to judge you. I know what it's like to lose loved ones. I just want to make sure you don't do anything foolish.
Foolish? You think what's going on around here is foolery? We won't just stand idly by, and nobody can stop us.
I've heard something.
What?
It might interest.
The priest?
I don't quite know what's going on, but I'll find out one way or another, so start talking.
We want to put the ointment on at midnight. A little magic, just us
Jasně no,
and no one
přece
else. Come and see
jak
for
hovada.
yourself if you like. Just stay out of sight and don't say a word, whatever happens.
What is it?
Who's there? Answer me.
Tak ona mi sama řekne, jaký sleduju. Jsou taky v pohybu, nebo ne? No počkám a doběhnu tam. Za 2 hodky tam sem. No jak to přesvědčím ty další, tyjo. Aha, už jsou v pohybu.
What is it?
Kde? Počkám ještě hoďku teda. Tak. O 2. Tady o půlnoci.
worry. Plenty of women have tried it before us.
What if it does work? What if he does appear?
But that's what we want, isn't it?
Dobrý, oni mi svítí na cestu. Ta holky, vy se pomažete tou paský a... A já vás nechám upálit. Kurva, jsou tady. Pšt, 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 pšt. Pojď tichoučku. Až na to, že jsem takový v tom kovovém brnění hodně hlasitej. Kupity, kup. Tak už jste na nějakým dozvím paloučku, nebo ne? Ale tam podle mě je to světlo. Čarodějnice jedny. Brondovič!
We're here. We all know what to do, don't we?
I'm not altogether sure.
Ne!
I hear someone coming. Who's there? Is it you, Kuta?
No, I'm still over here.
What's going on here?
Welcome, Prince of Darkness. And make yourself at home.
What would you like us to do? We will fulfill your every wish if you fulfill ours.
To jsem úplně nechtěl.
Prince of Darkness? Name are you babbling about?
Why are you testing us?
Testing you? Jesus Christ, what have you been smearing on yourselves?
A magic ointment from the herb woman? We are ready to pleasure you, Lord. In return, all we ask is that you rid us of the humans. And if you won't rid us of them, then help us get away from here. Give us riches, so we can start a new life in the city.
I'll give you anything you ask.
I knew it. Thank you, my lord.
In return, you'll have to... Shit. I feel very weird.
Jsem taky se tady do masky, nebo co?
Oh, that ointment. You smeared the ointment on me.
Fear not, my lord. Nothing will happen to you. It's all part of the ceremony.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? What did you do to me?
Oops.
Are you quite well after your long journey?
Huh? Long journey? What?
From the gates of hell to here. When will you take care of the humans? And why don't you have horns and hooves and a goat's tail, like the priest said?
Actually, I wanted something else.
Tak to je úlet tohle.
What's that, oh lord?
Will you serve me and do all I tell you to?
Oh yes, our Lord of Hellfire. We'll do whatever you want. Just rid us of those wretched humans. Which one will you take first?
Me! Take me!
No, me.
And what about the other one? Why doesn't she speak up?
Kuta, you chicken! Speak up!
I want you. Hen. Hen.
Optuj se, Jeremy. Mám obcovat se ženami, že žádné ženy nejsou. Jsem se přiblížil moc brzo, byla moc blízko, no. S nikým nemůžu obcovat, jelikož je králík. Já si jako nemůžu obcovat. Co mám dělat do prdele? Jako. Tak slípku nemůžu, můžu tady koně. Můžu odemknout. Super. Uf.
That was tough. Oh, but I'm all dizzy again.
What is wrong with you? Is something going to come of it or not?
I need to sleep.
Bugger sleep! What was that? What is it? Is someone coming?
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Is that the best you can do? Come on, you shit!
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Yeah! prdele. Follow.
Nebezpečný.
You call that combat?
Au. Ty jo, protože jsem měl asi ten štít, měl se vyhodil, no co? Tak, myslím, že má nový budíky. Jo. Ale jo. Má, co mi to připadlo, tyhle, za čuráčky. Kapka. Takže momentky, tak. Tak byla 34. Potom už dá čepičku, tak jo. Všechno zničení je hrozný. Špajdi. Doufám, že z obchodníkovi přijeli nějaký prachy. ještě spát, no farář. Ne, už zůru, dobrý. Stává brzo, to je dobře. Bouda.
I found out more about the Egypt's witchcraft.
Pray, do tell.
The women have got hold of some magic lotion from the herb woman, and they're using it to summon the devil.
For the love of heaven.
I followed them to where they held their Sabbath. They summoned the devil, danced around a fire.
Oh my god, what else?
The women were completely out of their minds from that ointment. Then some woodcutters stormed in. They wanted to put a stop to the witch's Sabbath.
Good god. And what happened?
I had to kill the woodcutters to save those women from them.
For Christ's sake! How could you? Such needless slaughter! Those men meant well. Was there no other way to stop the bloodshed?
No.
The woodcutters were beside themselves with rage, baying for the women's blood. There was no reasoning with them.
There must have been another way.
I did everything I could.
The good Lord observes your deeds. Pray for the souls of those unfortunate Christians.
No jo, furt.
Pray, because you have blood on your hands. At least you see where dancing with the devil can take you. Pray for their loved ones and for your soul and mine, because we share the blame. Now please
Se jim moc
go.
nepovedlo.
Leave me alone to pray.
Nechtěl se šlo zabránit, ale...
God be with you.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here and can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators.
Oh yeah.
But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
No.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhoff was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you
Já
with your
vím, protože máš
investigation,
vhle spodní tajemství.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one
Je,
of them.
no klasika.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die. Leaders, only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional.
Okay.
Suppose we talk it over in the evening.
All right?
Johnny Hus? Nemusím na to farářkou, co? Tak, kořenářku. Kde ona to je? Zdes. Se mi fakt nepovedlo, no, hold. Čarodějnice to zaplatí, já jsem je chtěl varovat. To nedělaj. Každý musí zaplatit za své činy, jak? Nepůjde keřem, co? A, počkej moment. To skoro naučil, jo. Králík je malý, to se trefuje blbě, do člověka už se trefím, ale... Mám šípů dost naštěstí. Ale asi nebudu používat ty kvalitní, no. Co sežeru? Většina voda se mi kazí, jo. To hrozný zvuky. Se jak naučit stahovat, no. Další. Už by to mohlo být snad trefa. Yes.
I was at the Uzik's Women's Sabbath.
And how did it turn out?
The women were making such a ruckus, the woodcutters took them for witches and burst in on them. They meant to kill them.
Jesus Christ. And how did it end?
I killed them all.
Killed them? God Almighty.
I didn't have much of a choice. There was no...
Holy Mother of God, you're my
No,
witness,
to v
I'm
prdele,
not-
no.
and as for you,
Sorry, trošku jsem to posral, ale...
Would you teach me something about...
certainly.
I'd like to practice the bait.
All right, but it...
Jo, ale to je moc. Když
Isn't
ne,
that
to
quite
se
a lot?
hodí. Takhle zapade.
What do you say to this?
That's not enough.
Ty jsi ale ostrá baba. Ty jo, jsi hnedka nasraná, co? Ona mě nemá ráda, no.
Agreed.
Jo, on se musí čeho toto. Kde je herbář? Tady. Jo, víno, kopřiva a rulík, jasný. Ale já jsem je nemohl. Já jsem je nemohl sbírat, protože jsem to neuměl, jasný. Což bych už teďka umět měl. Teoreticky. OK. Úplně to nikdy nenabídlo jako sbírat kytky. Jo, aha. Třeba pilíník a rulík, ale... Jo, kopřivy jsem potřeboval to. Kopřivu a rulík říkala? No, tak to jsem... No, aspoň že tak, ale... Což tady otrhám, aby se mi mohla zvednout úroveň docela hezky. Plník. Beru. Přiva. No. Ještě jsem se teda chtěl podívat, hele, můžu sebrat tady pochmurku? No jo. Tak nemám víno, myslím na to, že ale... No, kopřiva rulík. Já mám jenom jednu věc, aha, dobře. Máme musela mít. To by ona tady musela prodávat víno. Protože to se taky nemám. Jo, ale no, to víno stejně, že jo. No, já nemám jídlo. A jedno. Aspoň jak to funguje. No, on tam večír, ale já si tam chci dát teďka vyspání se. Jelikož a protože... Tak, jo, a ještě bych chtěl prodat nějaký ty dřevorubecký věci. Zdá by to byl savex. Kolik máš u sebe peněz, kupče?
God be with you.
On má hlavně jídlo, že u sebe, nebo jenom jídlo. Moc neprodám, chlapče.
My respects to you.
Už si to prodal a na... Ne. Tak nic. Třeba už si do večera odpočnout, ale... Ne, jíslovsky nechci, protože...
Good day to you.
Is there somewhere I could sleep?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one night.
No problem.
Here you are.
You'll like it here.
Where do I go to
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft.
Okay.
Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings.
Okay. Ah,
I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her.
jo, stavím se tam.
I enjoyed it last time.
Okay, dáme. Já bych chtěl sežrat to, co není to, že? Upřímně už rád nebudu. Něco mi vylečilo, nevím, co to z toho bylo, ale... Co je, vole? Ouf. Jsem selek. Mám si 10hodinový spánek, to mě aspoň uzdraví. Jo. Ideál, to prosvištím do večera, sejedu se s tím farářem. To frčí. Naši se má taky uložený. A už tady knižovou rysy je teda. Jo.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
All right.
Tak na co jsi přišel, Faráskej?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There's a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Ne.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses.
My pleasure.
They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people.
I've only got
I'm sure they
2
would have killed
hands.
more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack.
I'll be right back with that.
And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword.
You know what they say.
Já to jsme
This is a
neříkal,
bit
ne?
more
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest.
Yeah.
These days, of course, it's just...
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to
Super.
business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again.
No jo,
If
takhle to
people
funguje, no.
stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Na Bibli.
Well, Ujitz isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people.
Aha.
They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty
Určitě budou si
church.
husita.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something
I'll be
topical,
right away.
condemning vices. And of course, describing them in detail. The tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days.
Satisfied?
And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Satisfied?
Přišla bída mnoha hlad, to neustojí žádnej chlap. Na kraj padnul děsnej smutek, kdo měl nohy ráno utek, děti v mouženství maj sad, kdo včera byl, dneska je prach, už sej moji svatý muži, nechtěl bych bej v jejich kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední jen. Buďme se vámi, ano ráda s vámi, a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako kozy, zejtra jen tu svou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned, a
this?
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Kde jsem já ale? Jo. Opleskal. Hříšník.
What's up?
Okolo se jeli, kurvy.
No kurva.
Ahau, tyjo, to mě dobře vyslal, tyjo. Co jsme po hubě?
So, my dear, would you like to have a little ring on the bell? Closer said than done.
Jo.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Nemám zvonit.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Asi jo. Ty jsi se zbudil. Proč jsem? Co mám tak těžkýho v sebe? Wow. Vožral jak prase. Kde mám? Jsou bičaty, nemůžu, škoda. Co to?
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Jo, to je ono. Ve smrti.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you?
Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. And we have a wonderful time.
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about?
Before my
flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon. For me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Tak jo. Ty jo, tak jako to se mi chrast se mi teda jako rozjel pěkně.
Well, all right. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubos.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Tak budeme dělat kázání, super. Tak jo. Jo, ještě něco tak jo. Co mi naskákalo? Jo. Ty jo. Ožil jako prasešky, jak proto mám takovýhle ty jo. Tohle jsem chtěl. Ne. Ne. Pivář, vždycky pivář. To bude průser, když jsem takhle ožralej.
Never show up. The swill
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast.
Yes, I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabilis a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem.
Ani nebluje, ne?
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Asi jak pamatuju to kázání. Jasný.
Greetings, brothers and sisters in Christ. I am here to tell you about Mother Church and to show you through my words how she is falling into decay and abandon, how the once great mother of all Christians is losing her dignity and trading in souls like the merchants in the temple. But I am digressing.
That whelp wants to preach about the church.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone. It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, enemies, injustice, hunger and chaos, failed harvests, fires, floods, and other catastrophes. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they preach. They think sins can be washed away by money, and they sell indulgences, and that's bad, because sins cannot be redeemed with silver.
Prague didn't do much for his confidence.
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters, Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Oh. Ain't it though?
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin.
To je dobře.
At least he's a fair and
Jsi se trošku
simple man.
opilec, ale...
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
A myslím, že se to povedlo nakonec. Ten začátek nebyl úplně dobrý.
Have you no shame, you pair of buffoons? I'll be writing to the bishop of this.
I proč?
For shame.
Utterly blasphemous.
Can you believe such behavior? For men of the cloth to get drunk at pigs in church.
Jak to, kurva, to loudnu. Jsem tu udělal blbě. Loadex. Snad zkusím to jít tvrdě, protože to byl úspěch a... A když to končilo sláva Bohutovi, tak já nevím. Tak to zkusím ještě jednou. Sice bych neměl, ale... Snad mi to jako povolí tam. A jdem to zkusit. Jo, nemůžu se nějak jako... Ale... Promiňte. Vykurírovat. O. Tak já jsem můžu nějak nahat charisma. Já jsem to nějak neměl, že jo, ale... No kde? Máš tady někde nějaký, kdo by se ošplouch aspoň? No. Ne. Tak to já přeskákám, pokusím si to udělat teda znova.
Brothers and sisters.
That boy has a cheek.
No.
One should not believe in the church because the church.
Blah blah blah.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors. The accursed. When dogs are fighting, they show no mercy. You want to baptize?
For shame!
Dobrý. Řešíte lidské, to jsem taky líbilo.
He.
Now that's the kind of sermon.
No. For there should.
He's right.
Tak už se mi to snad podaří, jo.
Enough about. What if the. And what about those bishops? They play dice and guard. Look to your.
Down with the prelates!
We're fort.
God see. Blessed.
Aye, all honor to Godwin.
That is all.
Tak, já doufám, že to projde teda. A teď jsem to jako přeskočil, ale... Nazdar. Tak a doufám, jo, prosím, jak to vyjde tentokrát, vypadají spokojení všichni, jo. Já jsem to předtím nepochopil.
That spoke well, considering what a soap he is.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given
Jo,
him
to je jasný.
Don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague.
No. Haleluja.
Well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it.
Ale jestli myslíš, že mi fakt jako naštveš s tím spoilerem, tak mě už to bylo jasný, asi tak po 20. minuty, takže...
the only one.
Well, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin,
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you?
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko. Pius, Timmy.
Pious. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hung from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
Jak jasný.
I don't doubt it.
Tak na podruhý to dopadlo dobře. Tak vrátíme se teďka, potřebuji se vrátit. No, úplně až dolů. Tady je ledečko, jasný. Ale já potřebuji kasem. To bude pár dnů trvat. Možná celý den tam pojedu. To bude nějakou jinou dýma. Co to je mrtvola? Jo. Kde? Tady. O! Zabil to, jo. To tak se stává. Ale já bych měl mít meč. Ale. O. Trošku zakrvavený, ale se umyje. Šapero nechci. Dobrý. Pokračovat, no. A dobrý, tak tahle mrtvola mi zajistila meč. Nechci do ledečka, chci sem. To je dálka. A tady už jsem ve známých krajích. Ten Neuhof, tohle, jo. Třeba, že by někdo chtěl přepadnout. Potřebuji se všechno opravit, prodat, teda. Vyčistit. Zase mohl být uvařený kotlík. Musíme utíct? Jo, výborně.
I'd like to know...
Nobody eats.
That's all. Don't you want to do something together again?
That sounds wonderful. Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the Glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
That's me.
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will, I promise.
Let's be going then.
Vzal koškerem.
Hey, look. Hey!
Jdem. Já nevím, kde to je, ale.
Sometimes. If I want...
U zlatýho kde? Zlomenýho kola. A to je která? No, nevím, která to je, ale že jo. Jdem nebo ne? Zase kolem dveří, co?
So,
dobrý.
Here we are.
Automaticky.
Should we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Dešky.
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Is it all right?
It's excellent.
This ale, there's no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh.
But really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right. Oh, it's...
All right.
It's fine. All right.
Plátě v dešti, ale za to můžeme zábavu.
Very nice. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
I gotta dance with a real man.
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow in calf. That's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her.
Tak pokošila.
You'll pay for that, boy.
Nemyslím.
Fucking come on, then! Hey!
Well done. Yeah.
Tak a máš to hajzle.
My hero. Does it hurt?
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine. Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
Ha ha ha.
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you. Can I take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
You should go in before Peshek starts fretting. Oh.
Tak jasný, ale tak potřebuji do rána si vyspat. Ne,
What are you doing?
tady nemám postilku. Tak můžu začít ráno se starat o zbytek věcí. Tak dělej. Okay. A můžeme valit. Kde moji jsou ty lázně? Už bych to mohl mít všechno zadarmo, služby. Tak, dobrý den, šéfová lázní? Jste šéfová lázní, víš? Ja.
I'd like to make use.
Uh-huh. And what?
I'd like
I'm sure you'll be
Jo, jo. Tak jdem. Kartofson, měl bych být i čistý. Ale tady to nezjistím, tady to zjistíme. No, až tady to máš porubaný. Třeba se mu bráně.
How are you, Henry?
Dobře se mám, díky. Jo.
How's it going?
Obchodovat nejdřív. Prodat. Aha, k tomu se neprodám. Ne, si nechám. Dáš mi něco víc.
Let's talk about the price.
Víc mi dej, víc.
We can try it.
Satisfied?
Close.
God save you, Henry.
Aye.
OK, jak jsme z toho aspoň něco dostali. Potřebuji opravit. Aspoň tak.
Let's talk about the price.
Naturally.
Za 90.
Satisfied?
I'd almost shake on.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
See now.
Já už jsem nějaký fakt oblíbený. Když se mi všichni radujou, že mi vidějí. Aha, máš 20 super, výborně. My dva spolu moc biznisu neuděláme. Dobrý den, pane partner.
God save you.
How are you, Henry?
Nevím, jestli mi to veme, když jsou ty některý kradený.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
No, jako máme kradený věci, dobrý. Tady bys mi dal třeba 490.
What do you say to...
Close?
Good day, Henry.
Aye.
A doufám, že mi to odle opravíš, jo. Dobrý.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Why not?
Since it's you.
Well.
No.
Welcome, Henry.
Dobrý, takže si to mám upravený víceméně. Ne, hele, nosnou se základ. Asi si koupím nový hezký přehoz, protože ten je už taky rozsekaný. Ona opravit to neumí. Jo, a to je hezký gambeson. Beru. Ale mám dobrý. Dobrý. To bych to mohl tam zašívat, jo. To asi 2000, jo, no, tak to asi úplně nemám. Tohle je hnusný. No, tak je to prošívá nic, jo, na sobě, ale... No, tenhle jde.
Let's talk about the price.
Aye.
Tady bych chtěl 360.
Well, a little...
Welcome, Henry.
Aye, for that.
A je lepší, a zebe je lepší, a... No. A jaký ten kabát, teď si koupím. Jaký obyčejný, tenhle byl jaký obyčejný. Tak. Na ty boty, které mi nikdo neumí upravit, tak je divný.
I'd like to discuss the...
Well...
Za 45?
Well, a little more...
50, tam shodneme.
Well, a little...
Tak jo, a 55, no teda.
Well, that's a deal.
Jsem jako celkově vypadám líp. A ty nohavice, ty stejně nejsou vidět. Da. Má tady právě pro mě nějaký křivtík. Jsou dveře. Tady. Když mám tady ještě není v úřadě, jo. Kde se, tak jak do prdele.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry.
Greetings.
Jestli nejsou?
Don't even talk.
Co se děje?
Master Bailiff, don't even.
Asi nic. No, takže já jsem teda splnil, co jsem chtěl. Chodí tady. Dobrý, no, tak aspoň že vím. Jo, ještě vím, tady mám ten pleskák. Ale ty mi furt ukazuješ, jako že bys mohl mít, ale... Právě to, že nemáš.
Master Bailiff, don't even talk to me.
Ani se mnou nemluv. Co se stalo? Jo, to je pro tebe. To potřebuji. Ne, tak to je Alešovi.
I'm blood.
Nikdy jiný, že jo? Kde je ten Aleš? O, ty pro bohatý část. Máš něco zajímavého, co mi říct? Ani ne, viď. Okay. Co na druhé straně? Kupec. Stačí takhle, naskočíme a... Bys mohl brát furt na jednu místě, abych ti pak nemusel hledat.
God be with you.
I brought that game.
Great. Let's. Thanks, Henry. We'll get lots of supplies for
Super.
this. I've got another order for you. The butcher was boasting in the tavern how he makes the best boar meat and the wild mushroom sauce.
Jo, ale nemá kančí, že jasně, jo.
So I'm to bag a wild boar.
Yes. And while you're in the woods, you could pick a few mushrooms too.
Okay.
Next thing, you'll want me to cook it too.
Super, tak to bychom měli. Chce 5 kančího a 5 bedel. Kaseru. Ale tady můžu vyzvednout vlastně to víno pro ní. A pak do toho ledečka. OK.
Good day, Henry.
No, končík zdravejte, hezký.
God save you.
So,
God save you, Henry.
Happy? It's a fucking nightmare.
what's the matter? I chose her a...
She certainly knows how to cook.
Stories?
God be with you, Henry.
More like sermons, actually. All about the evils of mammon. No doubt, Father Francis was a...
Well, the main thing is...
True. Her trout braised in wine with spices. And she can manage all the housework.
So...
Well, I asked...
Is that
No, tak to máš
what you asked? So, about my reward.
Do you really think you deserve one?
Jo.
Of course I do.
All right, then. Here you are.
God save you, Henry.
5 peněz, jo. Super.
Lady Stephanie of Talmberg sent me to...
And what would she like? Fine clothes from Venice?
Ne, nechci víno.
Exquisite spices from Arabia? Jewels from Germany?
Wine. Good wine.
Ah.
Would
Would beer be enough?
As a gift for a noble woman's wedding? No, it definitely wouldn't.
Then that's going to be a problem. I gave the last keg of good wine away
Oh,
as a
yeah.
prize for the archery competition tomorrow.
Shit. Can I enroll in the competition?
But of course. Go to the shooting range above Rattay.
But what if I don't win the competition?
Then you'll have to persuade the winner to part with some truly excellent wine.
Isn't there anywhere else where I could find the wine?
Unfortunately not. I have the exclusive right to... I'm sorry, there's nothing more...
Střelecká soutěž, říkáš. Jako docela se mi už poslední dobou daří, jako jo, s tím lukem, takže snad. Střelecký mistr.
God save you.
I've heard there's a contest happening.
That's true.
I'd like to take part.
Do you know the rule?
Ne.
I don't.
You shoot 7, 13, or 21 arrows. The straw surround is worth 1 point. The white ring 2, and the bullseye. The round ends when everyone has finished shooting. It's the custom to wager on it, to make it more interesting.
All right.
Just one more thing. Don't leave while the contest...
Got it.
Oh.
Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. But you can use... Meanwhile, I'll round up the...
Ty vole. Jsou hajzlí. Ty vole.
God save you, Henry.
Ty vole. Konečně. Jo, nedoženu, jo. Dobrý, za 3, to ono. Ten furt bod za ním, jo. To má... To mi předežene. Tyjo, tak to musí dvakrát minout. A bude ten za 1 a za 2 za 2. Ne! Ufu, ne, neminul to.
Good day, Henry.
Kupče. Kupče.
God be with you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes,
No, not...
it's just that the wine...
Not a chance.
God be with you, Henry.
You don't want to disappoint Lady...
Lady Stephanie, you say? I've always liked her ladyship. You know what, then?
How are you, Henry?
Neboj, děkuji. Škoda těch prvních 2 šípů, nebo 3, nebo kolik se mi zahodili, aby to bylo i s vítězstvím. A kdybychom měli... Kam, jo, na ty letče, nebo jak se to jmenuje. Ledečko. Šupky dubky do ledečka. Snad se dozvíme něco víc o Smraďochovi. Ale to bude zase až po krátké přestávce. Já se tady najdu hospodu, jak se vyspím. Jak se mi to uloží.
What else, you, sir?
What's happening?
You know, like Vatsek has started an archery contest here. If you want to try your luck. Oh, and another, especially at the mill. Not a week goes by without. Whenever they're planning some mischief, they're always huddled there in the corner.
And
that's not all. Now I think of it, I don't see Kunhuta here for the local herb woman. She always comes here once a week for it.
Have you got a bed for the night?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Just the one night.
Sure, but let...
Here you are.
You'll like it here.
Já si dám jako misky, chlapec. No je za postel, aha, tady. tady u toho načítání, já to zase na chvíli přeruším, půl hodinka max a zase jsem zpátky. Takže čau.